At this point, I'm just trying to like let him know, look, you don't really have to do all this. You know, we brothers, man. We grew up for about 12 years together. I know you 3 years younger than me, but I know you my whole life. Real quick before the video starts, I just want to say thank you so much for watching this. I put a lot of work into it. If you feel inclined to do so, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos because there's going to be a lot more. But let's go and get right into the video. Peace. Thank you for watching. So this took place sometime when I was legit. I'm not really exactly sure how old I was, but I had to be young just due to the circumstances of this video story. So anyway, I had to be about 11 to 12 years old. I'm pretty sure I was like 12 years old, and I definitely was in middle school. The day was a Saturday, and unlike most people, Saturdays for us, my family, meant we were going to church. Church started at 10. We'd rarely ever make it on time, but we'd be there from pretty much like 11 o'clock in the morning to like 11 o'clock at night if we have like this thing called social. But it's a story for like later, so it's a lot of stuff to that story. But anyway, so being that church started at around 10 a.m., our mom was banging on our doors, yelling in the halls, letting us know to wake up and start getting ready around like 8 a.m. And I pretty much just hated that. I hated it so much because it was like another school day to me. I'd go to school Friday, get off, think you're gonna have a good, relaxed time. But no, you gotta go to church the next morning really, really early. Now, church isn't a bad thing. I just didn't really care for it too much at that time. I like it now, to be honest, but then it was like, oh my gosh, it's terrible. So we're both in a room, me and my bro, and we're just looking at each other trying to get up now. I'm looking at him, he's looking at me. And for some reason, I just felt like the day was going to have some interesting beginning. As he's looking at me, I'm like, you good? Like, when somebody look at you and you're like, you good? Like, you good? So we end up getting ready. Both of us are now out of bed, groggy and slowly trying to catch up with life. As I'm walking out the door, he gets to the door. We're just both at the door now. And we're playing like that oops game, when you walk in somebody's path and you're just like, sorry about that. Watch out, I'm just trying to get over here. Excuse me. Excuse me. That game, I hate that. So we were doing that at the door, and it was kind of annoying, but we eventually went our separate ways, and he goes to go take a shower. I go to go iron my clothes for church. We're both minding our business, and that's how most of the morning went. Fast forward a couple hours, like an hour or so, our mom was yelling, I'm headed to the car, because she normally does this thing where once we're pretty late, like church started at 10, so like I said, we rarely ever make it on time. So she would wait in the car and blow us and keep blowing us until we got to the car. And it would be pretty annoying. She's at the car now, and my two sisters and my mom are now in the car. She's blowing the horn at me. It's super duper annoying. And the only two people in the house are me and my bro. And we both ain't eat. Now, the reason why I'm kind of letting you know why we both did not eat is because it was really just the sense that we were both two growing boys at the time. My brother being 3 years younger than me, he wasn't really hitting the maturity growth hormones like I was. I was the ripe age of about 12 years old, meaning my patience meter was all out of whack, and I would go from extremely happy to psychotically annoyed and angry for no reason. And like I said, I ain't eat, and my mom was blowing the horn at me. So, of course, like any sensible nigga would, I went to the darn cabin to go grab a Pop-Tart. Guess what? My brother's grabbing a Pop-Tart too. We're both trying to do the same thing. I grab the Pop-Tart he tries to grab. I snatch it away from him. He grabs it back. And now both of our hands are on the Pop-Tart. So we're both tugging and pulling at this Pop-Tart. And guess what happens? Of course, the bag rips open. And now you have two of the Pop-Tarts on the floor. Now that the Pop-Tarts are on the floor, I'm mad. He's mad. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. We both are kind of raged, but I noticed that he's a little bit more pressed about the situation than I am. He's huffing and puffing. He's like looking very upset. There's almost like water in his eyes, like he's about to tear up over the Pop-Tarts on the ground. And I'm just like, nigga, if you really want them, you have the 5-second rule. Just dive down and get them. But instead, he huffs and puffs. He looks at me. I'm looking kind of like, okay, well, we're both out of luck. We're both not getting food. But what he decides to do is turns around and grabs a butcher knife off the counter. And then he looks at me with the intent to kill me. Just to let y'all know, at this point, I'm just trying to like let him know, look, you don't really have to do all this. We brothers, man. We grew up for about 12 years together. I know you 3 years younger than me, but I know you my whole life. I low-key changed your diaper, maybe. And then as soon as that happened, I pump fake missed him and I ran out to my mom. When I ran out to my mom, I had the intent to snitch. That's exactly what I did. I let my heart out, told her son was about to kill me. And she's like, what are you talking? I'm like, he grabbed a butcher knife off the table. She didn't really care too much about the situation. She was just like, y'all need to stop, fooling around, get in the car, we're late, let's go to church. And that was pretty much the end of that story. That's pretty much how it ended. But yeah, man, this was my first animated video, my first story that I animated. I animated a little bit long time ago when I was probably 12 or 13 or so, and it didn't really come out too well. So I waited to hone my skills and really get my craft all put together. And this video actually took me almost 2 weeks, but I got it done. I'm happy I got it done. I finally got it to you guys, and I can tell you there's gonna be many, many more where this came from. So I hope you do stick around. I really, really do thank you for watching, and there will be more. So please subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace.